Cyclone Alfred is bearing down on the Queensland capital, putting more than 4 million people at risk. The Category 2 monster is stalking the coast, with the latest update from the Weather Bureau placing it just 205 kilometres east of Brisbane. Now, the system has slowed again, but its danger has only increased. At this stage, Alfred is expected to cross the coast early Saturday morning. The latest modelling has Brisbane's northern suburbs up to the Sunshine Coast directly in the firing line of the storm's eye.
If the system crosses the coast, particularly on a high tide, there is the real risk of inundation in those storm tide areas. You need to make a plan, and it is important that you do have a plan in place to deal with that.
Alfred's impact is already far too clear on the southeast Queensland coast and across northern New South Wales. Dangerous winds have toppled trees and damaged buildings, bringing down debris as well. Residents are being warned the risk will only get worse from here.
Increasing to those destructive wind gusts up to 150 kilometres per hour as Alfred approaches the coast. And again, particularly about those exposed areas on the southern side of the track.
More than 15,000 homes have already lost power across Queensland, and fuel deliveries to service stations have now stopped. Schools from Yamba to the Sunshine Coast will remain closed today. The cyclone's delayed arrival has elevated the risk of life-threatening flash flooding and severe damage to homes. More time off the coast means more rain and winds, smashing the suburbs. 2 days of forecast rain has now turned to 5 days. Authorities are bracing for more than $1 billion worth of damage.
These are tough times, but Australians are tough people and we're resilient people. We have activated the Australian Government Disaster Response Plan, a crisis coordination team which will operate out of here.
So Brisbane City Council has added hundreds of more homes to its flood modelling for a storm surge risk. Here are the areas: Brighton, Windsor, Ashgrove, Morningside, Rockley, Coopers Plains, Wynnum West, Sandgate, Carina, Hemmant, Lota, Tingalpa, Indooroopilly, Albion and also Barden. If you are in those areas, please take caution.
I've been through a number of disasters, including the Newcastle earthquake in '89, and I really don't want to be in any more. I'm praying, and all my friends are praying our hearts out that we don't have to go through any more tragedy in our lives.
Now, warning to take shelter now has been issued overnight for the Redland City Island communities. Destructive winds have picked up there this morning already. The latest advice is that emergency services will not be able to get there because it is simply too dangerous.